game, or they could find themselves still stuck in this BO5 thanks to a solid performance from LBZS. What is going to happen? Let's get into it, Kips. For maybe the last time of these qualifiers, LBZS versus Team Aster. Let us rock. Don't get first blooded, boys. LBZS, keep your confidence up. Run. Leave it. No, leave it alone. There we go. That's what we wanted to see.
The battle begins.
They tree skilled before fighting by Salad.
Really?
Wait,
okay.
What's that? I was like, nah, it's fine. Like 4 heroes pop out of the trees and then you avalanche. Look at Salad's skills and I'm like, never mind. Please run.
No avalanche early on. Are they gonna just do the thing that we've seen sometimes these Chinese teams do, where they're like, off-lane player, well, you're playing support now, buddy. Salad is like, it's my time to carry the game. I want to try hit some creeps, but not really sure what this accomplishes for them in the lane, having this first point into the tree grab.
You can deny with it. And you can harass your melee matchup real hard, but that means that you're not on the enemy support. Look at that poison touch stacking up.
LG forced to leap away with the rebound. Will be forced as well to jow all the region. Yeah, you gotta.
Is
like,
he gonna continue? No.
Aww, so sad.
Maybe this is a communist lane. Like, I do those in pubs sometimes, where it's like, alright, whoever can hit them takes them.
LG though.
Oh, but you're double melee versus Dazzle, it's so painful.
Yeah. And pick you. It's not just any Dazzle, it's his Dazzle that has been really effective in these qualifiers. Certainly showing its effectiveness already, forcing LG to a position where he is completely out of regen, has to ferry in some extra at some point, or maybe just steal a tango or two from Salad. Either way, it's still going to be space made for Monet to just get away with hitting creeps, and that's all he wants to do right now. Doesn't really care if these heroes die, just wants to make sure that he gets his farm in the process.
Salad misses the pull here as well, not quite enough time, and this Dazzle is going to own this lane unless they kill him.
LG went forward with the sidekick, but they get off the shallow grave. LG miscalculated. Thought they would have the damage to kill the Dazzle, but he just barely gets level 2 and is able to turn the fight around. Salad will be able to find him eventually with the avalanche in the trees, but Monet gets first blood on a faceless void on the lane opponent. That feels super good for him.
It does, and that Tiny just was literally one EXP short of having level 2 there, so they were fighting level 2, level 1 into double level 2. Painful for LBZS, and it's small things, it's the details.
Dota2 gamer margins. This margin, as usual, actually throughout the series, the margins have been quite favorable for Team Aster.
They worked hard at that though. Like, and I'm really hoping that I'm doing a good job at illustrating that, because it's, if you only talk about the numbers in a game like this, it looks so stompy. It's like, yep, they lost the lanes, yep, they lost the fights. But there's so much work that goes into that from Aster, especially on the parts of the map where you aren't looking. And it's a joy.
Really is fun watching this Team Aster. Honestly, since they brought in Ori, this team's just been getting better and better and better. And when they're hot, they just look incredible. XXX in the soft lane. He's looked incredible before on his Brewmaster. Wait, top lane, we might have a kill happening here. They really want this Dazzle. Avalanche will be there. And this time around, they get you very low. Still going to be a shallow grave. Still a magic stick. And Pick You just gets back. I keep forgetting that it's Dazzle. Not going to die. Super hard.
This was a good window though from LBZS. Them having the double level 3s with the Dazzle being slightly behind. So you take what you can get, you force him back. He still has a ton of regen though, and a bunch of mangoes, and Monet still has regen left as well. We're nearing the 4-minute mark now. There are some dire signs here already. And then in the mid lane, like, this has been a wash for as long as we can remember, right? It's both of them spam out the wave. Both of them can disengage from each other, and as soon as level 6 hits, the Zeus needs to bail.
Yep. Especially if you're not getting any of these runes right now. Ori is going to have full resources, and you're just going to be food. So PP, game is hard. Be careful, my friend.
Hey,
you show yourself at level 6, you will die, heads up. Or he might even decide to dive you now once Waning Rift is back. And indeed he does. Jumps onto the high ground. Okay, I'm not going to force him behind the tower, but still will make it a very, very awkward place to be for PP. He's completely out of mana and health. Just go back to base, fam. Do the right thing.
Exactly. None of his supports are dying anytime soon, though. Like, if I was him, I would be yelling at his side lane, please die, please die. Well, Kagome might be obliging him.
That's maybe
But
not the
he's not
hero
gonna
you
carry
wanted
you
to
a
die. Yeah. He's not gonna come back for you. Kagome. That's very painful to start the game in a situation where you're losing your life to this Brewmaster, because Brewmaster, we spoke about it in the draft, actually ruins your game later. Before you have BKB, you're actually not allowed to play Dota as a TA in this game. And it only gets worse when Brewmaster is going to get to the level 6 way faster than you and have more gold by the time he does so.
And we have 2 level 6, and we were talking about these ultimates. Like, one of the benefits is that the first round of ultimates, so yours is going to be way stronger than the enemies. Like, they're going to have to vacate the bottom. I don't see them winning a fight versus Brewmaster 6, and definitely not if the puck shows up as well. They just don't have the tools.
You know what's another really key spell that we just saw Monet demonstrating in the top lane? This time dilation spell is actually really sick this game as well. Fantastic versus Tiny, phenomenal versus Zeus. Even Temper Assassin doesn't necessarily enjoy playing into it. So if Monet gets on
Marcy
top
usually
of you.
pops everything as well.
Yeah. I don't like this, Kips. I don't like that each time we keep looking at these draws for Team Aster, it feels like it looks stronger the more you think about it. You're like, oh wow, that makes sense. And now middle, we really want to try and get this kill onto Zeus. Dreamcoil is committed on the level 6 marks, but they will be bringing in some support. Enchantress is here. They will assist in killing Baboka. And Ori doesn't have enough to clean up PP. Almost died himself. Thankfully, though, does have the haste rune, so is allowed to retreat. But good responses coming in from LBZS. Unfortunately, though, this is Team Aster, so the moment your supports show middle, they're going to go onto your side lanes. They're diving LG right now, putting a lot of pressure on the Marcy. But she will be able to survive, but there's no way she's going to be allowed to approach the lane for a little bit.
Absolutely not. The good news for PP, though, gets to live, gets to get a couple more waves there. Costs him most of his infused raindrops. Like, I think a lot of his budget that should be going towards purchases like Kaya's will be invested in raindrops instead as top lane.
I don't think
Not
LG was
this
listening
time,
to
my
us. We were like, don't approach the lane. And he approached the lane, and then he died. Feels bad.
Your possible support TP is down, dude. And if you know it, Aster knows it.
Yep.
Look at that, look at that. The TA has already built from bot lane because XSS has 6.
You might want to use set 6 to bring down detachment, or they might just kill this Enchantress heads up. There's no untouchable, so there's no defensive prowess here. Ori does show up, and of course Ori has the perfect calculation of when the damage must come out to secure the kill. That's going to be Puck getting closer to the Witchblade and getting closer to griefing this Temper Assassin even more. They might not have the most natural tower hitters, but their team fight is so strong that LBZS do not dare come in for a defense here. So XXX and Baboka should be able to right-click this one down without any confrontation in this bottom lane.
It's one of the parts where the Martial last pick just hurts you, and I feel I keep on harping on this pick because what they needed was a silence, something to disable these heroes that might come in. Now you can't go into this bottom lane because you have no way to stop the Brewmaster from ulting. A Marcy is only enough control if you're ahead. And how often have we seen LBZS ahead in this series?
I'm sure there's like some brief moments after they've gotten a D ward in like in the first 2 minutes of the game or something where they're slightly ahead on gold.
Yeah, they got first blood once.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's been very rare that it stayed that way because Team Aster just drags back a lead almost immediately. And in this game, yet again, winning all 3 lanes, uncontested in farm, pretty much no place on the map. Everybody's getting what they want. They've already taken down the safe lane tower. You know things are going well for you when your Faceless Void feels safe to still be farming the lane 9 minutes in. Doesn't feel the need to vacate it just yet. Salad, though, might provide some impetus for him to leave, as Detachment is here with some impetus shots, and PQ will certainly be able to TP out. Doesn't die. Oh, he will die now, though, because PP throws in the Thundercloud's Wrath.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, but hey, do you know what's bad about not contesting a Brewmaster on the bot lane, even though you know that you're gonna die if you do so, because he's gonna pop ult? Well, now he still has his ult, and now you can't save your middle tower either.
Yep.
What is... Let the bodies hit the floor. You have no other outs, LBZS.
Tower's gone, and they still haven't taken the tower top. Monet is actually going to come in. He has bubble. Two heroes are very much in position here. Ori will open things up with the Dream Coil. Big time dilation. XXX does come in, but they don't have the burst to kill him before he can get off the ultimate. Because PP had committed the Thunder God's Wrath, it's not available for the Brewmaster. Now Salad doing his best to try and run away here. Will not be allowed to do so. Taken out by both the heroes on the side of Team Aster. Easy goal for XXX. Gets to survive the fight. Monet didn't even need to commit the chrono, so you were talking about how if you don't challenge the Brewmaster, he still has the split. He uses the split top, and then Monet is like, wait a second, I don't have to commit this bubble. I can save it for a further fight. I love how Team Aster always does this. Balancing and bouncing out who uses an ultimate when, never leaving themselves in a position where they absolutely cannot take a fight.
Yeah, they stagger those cooldowns really well. It's decently hard trick, especially when you're not really far ahead. Like in this case, it's pretty easy to say, okay, we're keeping it in reserve, right? You're ahead, you have the damage. There's no scenario in which you not spending it is going to lead to a disastrous loss of life and towers. Oh, LBZS is aiming for this top tower now, though. Kagome has arrived.
So many minutes. Look at this distribution. They even bring in the Zeus here. The only hero not allowed for this push is the Enchantress. There is still a chrono, but they will let it go. They're like, meh, who cares? It's just a tier 1 tower. We already gotten tier 1 mid as well. And we've had the safe lane tower for so long that Baboka has been allowed yet again to just get us farm on in the Radiant jungle. So it's fine. It's cool. But for LBZS, this is essential. They needed this kind of space on the map to be able to keep progressing.
And honestly, I think that's a little bit weak from Aster. Like, I don't think you need to give this tower.
They might be able to at least claim the life off of LG. The offlane Marcy might not actually get brought down here. Monet realizing he's out of damage, and now they're coming back in onto him. He jumps away, but Baboka will not be as lucky because his tree got chopped down. And Salad is still chasing, hoping for more. Avalanche actually catches Ori, but the silence will protect the puck from the toss. That was a key waning rift. If he doesn't get that out, he probably dies there. But he does, so he is able to escape. But his two supports not so lucky. And that's the first usage of the Chronosphere, and certainly not the one that we're looking for on Team Aster.
Nope, not at all. And Kagome is exactly in the place where I want to see him. He needs to be playing up. You have this Marcy. Marcy is an enabler for your right clicker. She's got the sidekick maxed. You want your physical DPS to be in the front lines and to be playing forward. That said, Kagome, I do not want you to be here anymore.
Will they be able to kill him? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Brewmaster gets the split off in time. And we already spoke about the impact that Dazzle can have atop a TA, as well as the impact that a Brewmaster can have. Between these two heroes, it's more than enough to get the kill. They smoke up instantly, looking for more. They know that without this TA, LBZS are going to be lacking some serious damage. And they know for a fact that PP's Thunder God's Wrath is down. If they can find PP, it would be great, but detachment will do. They'll take it. They even commit Wukongs for this one, Baboka. Alright, they're just making 100% sure that they are able to claim it. Dream Coil was dropped too, and Salad now coming in, finding the Avalanche onto this Monkey King. They're trying to force the damage out onto Baboka. They will be able to do so, but Shallow Grave will come out from PickU, buying space and time. Magic Wand will be there, more heals from the Dazzle. No way they can actually kill him, especially if Ori goes in with the silence onto Salad. Salad now is in danger. He's been poison touched up, but Under Strike will come in, and there's the Primal Spring. Baboka says, you're looking for me? Well, you found me, friend. As they get the kill onto Salad and maybe follow this up with a kill onto LG. LG, though, almost helped to kill Ori. The impetus shot from detachment doesn't connect in time, though. PickU will be the one to fall. Taken out by Kagome. Finally, they get something back on this Dazzle, but the damage has already been done. They lost core heroes. They lost the support as well. And slowly but surely, look what Aster's already done. They've got this Sentry Ward down. They're coming for your triangle, so you have limited time on this side of the map.
Yeah, your days in your triangle are numbered. And again, like, Aster there is juggling the aggression of an entire team between 3 heroes. And it's because LBZS doesn't really want to bring in everybody. Then they find out that they don't have enough disables. Heroes start dying, they trickle in more. Once again, Kagome distracted from farming. Once again, the Zeus hovering in and out of a fight where he stands a real risk of dying, because Ori was angling for him that entire time. They're forced into taking risks that they really just don't want to take.
Salad will take a fairly big risk here by jumping onto Pick You. I don't think this risk is going to pan out for him. He's been dream coiled up by Ori, and the right click damage is streaming in. This should be enough for them to kill him. They even dropped the bubble onto the Smarcy now. Time dilation will be there as well from Monet. There's no way to get out of this. You've been silenced, so you cannot activate your sidekick. So 2 heroes will fall here. Before they got these kills, I was about to say that Team Aster's vision control is honestly impeccable. They have this other ward here already. So they were scouting the fight happening before it even started. But Boca was ready, just getting vision as well from the high ground as he was tree dancing in this area. Just so clean from Team Aster. And we're barely 15 minutes in. And we're already at that point in the game where LBZS practically have zero map control. They're only allowed to play in their triangle right now.
And all the routes in and out of that are getting checked. There's a ward on the Roshan pit, there's a ward flanking that tier 2. And the only way that you can get out onto the enemy, and I say enemy like in the loosest definition here, because just the area that Aster has claimed right now. The only way you get into that area is by getting the mid wave shoved out and then going past behind it. But as you can see by the movement from Aster, they're always going to have that mid lane on lockdown. Scan on the pit.
Just making sure there's no TA shenanigans, but TA doesn't have a Desolator just yet, so she is not going to be able to head into the pit even if she wanted to. It would just take way too long. Enchantress does get caught by Baboka here. XXX in the vicinity as well, and they should be able to find this one. Baboka has been on point with this Monkey King. Like, we often forget just how good this guy is on this particular hero. Like, his Earth Spirit is phenomenal, but his Monkey King...
maybe. Maybe you, but this is the one that he made his name with.
Yep, that's MK.
To
be fair, he did it.
The MK support.
He did it when it was still a cheesy hero with the Basher. Oh, that was good times.
True. I bet he misses those days.
Nobody else does. It's just him.
Yeah, just him, definitely.
Oh, I think Kagome is dead. Yeah, Kagome is dead. Bye, fam. There's Dazzle. There's a Brewmaster here. You can run, but you really cannot hide. Brewmaster will go in for the split. Poison touches out, so there is no refraction. And with the Brewlings, something that we didn't mention is the burst coming out of the Shadow Wave makes such a huge difference when you're completely surrounded. And I think they might end up demonstrating that again here. They're looking for detachment. He's down. Who else can they find? It's PP behind the tower. PP is not safe here. There's no bubble on the Chrono, but they don't need it. XXX just gets out the damage. They will be able to kill this Dazzle at the very least, but that does not feel like a viable trade to go for here. Dispose will be there from LG, but the bubble just came back. Chronosphere unleashed onto these two heroes. They won't be able to kill them inside of it just yet, but they also prevent LG from being able to escape. And now Ori is on him. Salad does get 2 heroes caught inside an avalanche, but it does not matter. They don't have the damage. Salad, one more right click as Monet will claim a double kill. Detachments also come in.
Sure?
One by one it goes. This is when you know the team is tilted, when everybody's just like, let me try and do something. Let me try and do something. Detachment, though, turns out, because he's got his dancing shoes on all 4 legs, is able to avoid Ori and at the very least get them to retreat from the tier 2 tower down bottom.
You know what? Aster doesn't even mind that they don't get the tower because their carry was farming all this time. I'm talking about Baboka, by the way, who made 0 moves towards joining them there. He was taking the top lane from their tower all the way to the other side of the map. He's going in for a Scotty. Why not at this point?
Why not? Get a quad core lineup. Zeus about to die in this mid lane. Ori demonstrating why we often see this mid puck into the mid Zeus, and demonstrating why often when puck comes out, you relegate Zeus to a support role, because this is very easy to accomplish for him as he brings down the Zeus yet again.
Yeah, and I'm guessing they just couldn't stomach the idea of the Tiny not being for Salad. But for me, that is really where that draft went wrong. Like, you put the Tiny on mid first, the puck, you downgrade the Zeus, and you get some form of offlaner with a stun and with some pressure, or you know, I don't know, you try to make Void's game as hard as possible, and you pick a Venomancer just to spite him. Like, there's options. None of them look like Marcy.
Because then with this Marcy pick, it's like the worst of all possible worlds, right? It's going to drastically delay this Blink Dagger from Salad. He's not going to get any farm this game practically. We'll get a Blink Dagger soon-ish, but if you're playing this from the mid lane, even if you wait for the Echo Saber first, you'd at the very least have that plus close to Blink, so you can still scale through the game. You lack magic damage because, yes, PP does deal a lot of it from afar, but you're not getting any farm to get to this Aghanim Scepter because of you can't do anything. You can't show yourself anywhere on the map lest you become the priority target. And as I say that, here's a demonstration of this exact fact. Although Monet doesn't have Chrono, so they can't actually make that jump, and XXX yet to pick up the Blink Dagger either. So fortunately for the Zeus, he will be allowed to live here, but it came really, really close. Just them looking at him a bit funny cost him almost a third of his HP in one go.
I bet he was this close to popping the Thunder Gods just in a panic.
Dire's bottom tower.
He wasn't, he looked distracted. He wasn't really looking. And now, they're still here.
Jeez. Oh,
Shard on the Dazzle.
We spoke about the shard on Dazzle and how much impact it's going to have in this game. Got it. Now AE is starting to reveal it. They forced them away from the tier 2. This is going to be a heads-up push. I love that Dazzle's also the one that tagged up with a Pipe of Insight. Did Ori find Kagome? Yeah, he did. Does Ori have the Dream Coil? Yes, he does. Does Kagome have BKB? No, he does not. But Dream Coil was committed relatively early. But I think Ori's priority here is just keeping Kagome on this side of the map so that the rest of the squad, the true carrier Baboka, can put pressure on the tier 2 with the Sea Dragon.
He was kind of like, yeah, I found him, I can bother him. Dream Coil's short enough cooldown, I can do this, but not enough TP points nearby. But Kagome did not back off. Now he's going. Yeah.
He's out. Will Salad be allowed to do the same? Yes, he does. He blinks away. Sadly, Zeus was not allowed to do this. Monet did drop the bubble to kill him, but hashtag worth. Just preventing Zeus from getting farm in this game is actually super huge. The Aghanim Scepter is one of the few things that Monet doesn't want to play into when he's inside Chronosphere. You don't always want to have to use your BKB inside the bubble itself. But if he just never gets there, then you're not afraid of the Nimbus.
Blood. What the heck, man? You were getting out.
Is under attack.
Ori just cuts in front of him and says, actually, no, you're not.
Right when he thought he was out, they drag him right back here.
Kicking and screaming. They have the Desolator now over on this TA. If they can get Roche control at some point, but you know, I'm saying this as an if because look at the wards again. Like this triangle has already been colonized. And they know it on LBZS, so they smoke up because they can't actually get out on this map once again without using the smoke. Otherwise, they will be spotted, they will be countered, and they're going straight for the Roshan pit because Aster's like, alright, Deso is up. I guess it's time for us to take it.
Aster, they can claim this big jump from Salad. 4 heroes inside the Avalanche, but they just don't have the damage. Monet gets Shallow Grave. That BKB's out a little bit early. Still, though, they utilize this to kill Salad. Baboka falling kind of low here. Needs to be careful. Tanking some damage from the Roche. Tries to get out of the fight. PP in the meantime taken down by Ori. And then now here comes Kagome cleaning up the Dazzle. This might be an opportunity for them to take this fight, but there's still no BKB on Kagome. So he's surrounded by the split, surrounded by Baboka, and they will be able to take him down. The only person who survives is Detachment, but Ori wants to change that, making sure that nobody's allowed to walk away from this fight. And they will jump in. Baboka finds a Boundless Strike. Ori finds a triple kill. Aster finds the team wipe. And Aster are going to ESL One Malaysia's LBZS Call GG. They are broken both mentally and in the game itself here, Kips. And Team Aster, no matter what strategy they use, they still look like the best in the tournament. And they will demonstrate it by winning it all without dropping a single map throughout all of these games.
Yeah, this has been